Today. Happy Monday. First Monday of the new year, baby. Most everybody has today off for the holiday. It's funny, I can gauge how many people are working by the traffic going by on 81 right here. We've had a pretty good morning. Pretty good morning so far. I guess considering I left my dock about 7:45. Air temp was 39 degrees. Water temp is 30.9. That water is ice cold. I have a little bit of a west wind today. Very little bit, and it's only started in the last few minutes. I'm in the same area as I was yesterday. If you come out of the river, you can see over, I guess you can see over here. You see the trees right there, that's Big Bay Marina. So that gives you an idea how far I was able to make it. I've caught my first fish of 2023. 2 keeper walleyes to start the year off. One on Homie the Clown, he was the first one. You know, makes sense. Makes sense. Second fish was on a swim bait. Makes sense. You know, so I've been alternating back and forth. I haven't fished a jig and wrap today, but I don't know that I need to, but I've just been messing around. I cannot tell how far the ice goes from here. So there's the island right there. So my ice line's right here. And it's soft, and now that this little bit of breeze has started, it's actually drifting me. I'm gonna have to pay attention to it. Matter of fact, I'm getting into it right now. So I'll back up and reposition. I want to try and finish this drift all the way that way. Maybe this could very well open up a little bit. You know, depends on if this wind does start to blow or not. Felt good to break the ice, I can tell you that. It felt good to break the ice, and I don't know that I caught a fish last week. I fished 3 mornings up to Oswego for about an hour each time, and I didn't do squat. So it felt awful nice this morning to set the hook and to feel that funk, you know. Felt real nice. That's real nice, Clark. Real nice. Thanks, Eddie. A little bit of scattered grass in here. It's mostly a big sand flat where I'm fishing, and there's not much of anything in here. Most of the weeds have died off. I've been able to run. You know, I'm in 14 foot of water. I had one fish as shallow as 9.5, 10. I had a bite off on I was throwing my drop shot rig with a swim bait on it. I had a tug. My guess is it was a pickerel because the swim bait came in with no tail on it. Gone. So, and I'm floating along here this morning, and it was just not a breath of air moving, not a breath. And I'm just kind of aimlessly casting, and something catches my eye, and I look over, and I'm like, what is that? It's this giant white thing, big, huge sheepy, big sheepy. I mean, I don't know. I never really measured all those ones I caught this year. They got to be big though. I mean, they got to go up there and push 30 inches. And he was this big top to bottom. I mean, it was huge. Looked like a reflector. And when you see them out here in open water, they just kind of glide along. It gives you the impression they don't have a care in the world. Maybe they don't. About 1,000 Canada geese out here this morning. I'll bet you 400 or 500 swans. There's 4 big ones right there. You'll never be able to see it against the white. But you can hear them for forever away. They have the weirdest sounding call. If you've ever called snow geese, those things kind of squeaky, cackle. These are more like, ooh, they almost sound like a big dove, like a big mourning dove. What do we got here? Big chunk of weeds? Big chunk of weeds. Tons of divers. I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of whistlers this morning, goldeneye, tons. Let's do a few comments, see who's here this morning. John Lutz, hey. Gary Walters, Rumble Seat, Pickle Outdoors. That's a new one, I think. How's the ice looking? Black and thin. It looks like there's some white ice out there in the middle, which is a little surprising, honestly. Yeah, I thought for sure I'd be able to have an open lake to fish today, but just didn't happen. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull the boat here this afternoon. I got a bunch of things to do today, and your wishes come true. Yeah, I was out here yesterday too, John, and I didn't do squat. Today I've caught some fish, had a little bit of action, and just enough to end on a high note when you think about this 2022 season that was. What a year. Morning, Eric, Merlin. Captain Todd Sheltra overslept and woke up late and said, I'm not going to make it. Any of you out there that know Todd know that there's a strong possibility that man will be late to his own funeral. Love you, buddy. Homie. Sunny and beautiful, Tim Graver says in Pennsylvania. Don Terry, where are you, buddy? Are you out here today, or did you go out yesterday? What are you doing? I gotta cast around the ice chunks out there floating. It's kind of funny. Happy New Year too. Those guys, Mike. Morning, Randy. A great time at your show. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm still kind of basking in the afternoon. I got to get myself moving today and get back in the flow of stuff. The old clumping. I was hoping you hooked one. Oh, yeah. Morning, Paul. Eric, Wizzy's heading to trout water. Yep. What's the water temp? Tomas Grotkowski. 30.9, 30.9. Crazy. Josh, good morning. I was hoping you were going to give it a couple more days. Yeah, I think today is the day though. I have the time today. I'm not working today. With the holidays and the shortened schedule and the preparation, I gotta finish the job I'm on. The homeowner out in it's a camp. I know they're not there, but I thought I was going to be done by last week, and looks like it's going to be another week. So the camp owners have been wonderful, and they're super supportive of what I do. They know I'm doing other things and not just taking my time. Tomorrow we all start that back to the daily routine. You had with the whole holiday season going all the way back to like Halloween through now. There's been something happening, and in that whole fall time frame, and hunting season and fishing season and Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, blah blah blah. Man, it's a lot. And all of a sudden, like today's January 2nd, everybody's going to go back to work either today or tomorrow. There's going to be like, oh. You sit down, you've been at work for like 15 minutes, you're like, I don't want to be here. So what do you look forward to? You look forward to spring, I guess, and keep it in mind. For everybody that's growing up in upstate New York, the winter should be here. We're going to have some ice fishing here pretty soon. I would think as soon as these temps go back to normal January temps, this thing's going to be solid quick. This water's freezing, and so you'll have that, and we'll have some snow and snowmobilers and skiers. And I think the biggest thing about Central New York is don't lock yourself inside all winter long, because then it's a long, dark winter. And it's not ideal when you leave for work in the morning and you come home from work at night and it's dark going both ways. You've missed all the daylight hours at work. This is the time of year that invented seasonal disorder or whatever. You can go back and look at your pictures on those days where you might be a little bummed out or a little less than excited for another February day where it's going to be snowy, and trying to work your way through that stuff is important, and it's good for you. Recognize it. Hey, we all can get bummed out a little bit. There's nothing going on. Everybody's back to their normal schedule. All the friends and family that you saw and made a point to see and spend time with, everybody's back to their normal schedule too, and it can be a little bit of a letdown. But acknowledging it and understanding it and recognizing it and being mindful of it and not letting it you start looking forward to, as fishermen, we start thinking about spring. Now we got a lot of winter steelhead and a lot of ice fishing left, but it's natural to think about what's that next thing I look forward to. You just have to keep it in perspective. You don't want to spend your whole life looking forward to something only for it to get there and go, okay, well, now what's the next thing? I'm already on, passed on with this. Winter's awesome. And winter in upstate New York is beautiful. Go sledding one day, go do something. Get out of your normal winter doldrum routine, All right, guys. Day 2 of 2023 looks like it's in the books. If this is the last time I have the boat out for the whole season, for this year, this season, if this is my official wrap today, then right on. I have been so happy and proud to have you guys with me every day. 2023 is going to be a blast. Today I got to start my board and my checklist for Walleye Fest. Walleye Fest, baby. May 6th and 7th. That's going to happen, period. we can put that in our calendars now. Not to mention the exciting stuff going on and the ice fishing coming. And, again, you guys stuck with me all year for the beginning of the season, during the what we call the summer breakdown and the jet ski days. And, and now one of the things I got to do is I got to figure out a new boat. I got about 2 months, because sometime in March things will open up again and I'll want to get up on the big lake and start trolling for those spring browns and Lakers. So this isn't goodbye. You guys are going to see me every day. But I got a feeling that this is a wrap for the 2022/23 open water season. So 2023 open water season has already begun. Maybe this is going to be halftime coming up now until we get to the other end. So thanks, everybody. I love you guys. It's been awesome. I think this is bye from the boat for right now. I'm okay. Accomplished everything I wanted to do this year. I got no regrets on anything. And going into 23, we're going to keep your tip up. We're going to keep it there.